I can't stop the dogs of war.
What's up? It's your boy Mike with Reaper Tactics CQB. This week, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the proper stance for combat shooting. We're also going to go over point shooting techniques. I know a lot of people are going to be fussing because I'm going to show you point shooting versus sight alignment. But for this drill, we're going to be close range. We're shooting from the 7-yard line, which is 21 feet. According to the Department of Justice statistics, most self-defense shootings occur from 7 to 21 feet, with the average being about 12 foot. So we're going to do some live fire exercises today. We're going to do the up-down drill, which is one of the 5 basic combat drills that you can do with your weapon. So let's jump in. We're going to talk about proper stance. So a lot of people have different stances. For years, I used to use the old school isosceles stance. To me, that was comfortable. It made a smaller target area by standing sideways to my target. Then there was the old school traditional Weaver stance. This was used, and it was also taught to me at the police academy in 2000 to shoot from the Weaver stance. The problem with those stances are you're not practical. And remember, in self-defense as well as any CQB situation, it is about speed, which comes from economy of motion. So the best stance to use for this, as well as your speed and the accuracy and more of a natural feeling for you, is you want to square up with your target, kind of get in a fight stance. I don't know if you can see my feet. I've got my left foot forward. My toes are facing the target, and there's a reason for this, which we'll get into in some later videos on footwork. But it's kind of like a boxer. You need to be able to use your feet to move up, pull back, or step to the side, and maneuver. So you want your toes facing the threat. So I do left foot forward, knees slightly bent, kind of like I'm in a boxing stance. And it's just a very stable platform. Alright, so what we're going to do with this is we're going to draw our weapon. Earlier videos you see me go over the draw and the drive. So what we're going to do, once we draw and we drive to the target, we're going to do what's called point shooting. All thing we're going to look at is this front sight. We want to get this front sight on target and where we want to hit at. On target, fire. Alright, then we'll get more into detail about what we're actually doing with this up down and how it works. We're going to work on what is known as the up down drill. The up down drill is one of your basic 5 combat drills. You can do this drill with your handgun, or you can do it with your carbine. We'll get into that later on once we get into the carbines and stuff, and we will go over all 5 of the drills, but this is the up down drill. Let me make my weapon safe and ready. So what we're going to do is the up down drill is you're going to fire your weapon. You're going to bring it to the low ready position. You're going to check your surrounding, look for any other threats, repeat the process. that is your up-down drills. It is one shot, down, check your surroundings, back up, another shot, repeat that process. That is your up-down drill. We're gonna modify that a little bit for today. I want to tie in some of the previous episodes and previous drills that I've had y'all working on, such as the high ready, low ready positions, as well as the magazine release and the draw. So we're going to slightly modify the up-down drill for today. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw the weapon. We're going to drive, present from proper firing stance. We're going to fire one round. We're going to come down. We're going to check our surroundings. Come back, fire again. And then we're going to come to the high ready position. We're going to do a tactical reload. As soon as we do our tactical reload, we're going to reholster and repeat that process. I've got my magazines loaded. I've got 5 mags. They're loaded with 3 rounds each. So we're gonna take and we're gonna do this drill. You can use as many rounds as you want to, but as long as you tie in the basic skills that we have covered so far. So we're fixing to go hot and show you what we're going to do. You can do it any combination that you want to. You can do 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds, however you want to do it. I do this because it's more about muscle memory and accuracy from the 7-yard range. This is shooting from 21 feet. Like I said, the Department of Justice statistics show that most self-defense and close quarters events happen from 3 to 21 feet, with the average being about 12 foot. So for my law enforcement people, we're gonna shoot this from 21 feet, which is the 21-foot rule for an assailant armed with a knife. And we'll get into that a little bit later on for you civilians who are not familiar with the 21-foot rule. We'll get into that later. But we're going to go live, do some live fire. I'm going to fire about 15 rounds today, and I'm going to work on all these functions that I need to do to perform muscle memory. So we're going to go live. I've got 5 magazines loaded, 3 rounds each, and we're going to just tie in up downs with a draw, up down drills, reload, and repeat that process. All right, we're ready. Shooter ready. Going hot. Proper stance. Draw. Drive. Check. Check. All right. We're going to repeat this. Shooter ready. Going hot. Shooter ready. Going hot. From the high ready position. Shooter ready. Going hot. Come to the high ready. Last reload. Reholster. Last round. Shooter ready. Going hot. And that's the drill. What we're doing is we're not only working on our draw, drive, picking up that front sight on the target, firing, coming down to the low ready position, checking our surroundings to make sure that we have no other threats coming up on us, and then coming back up, firing, doing a tactical reload. So everything's coming in that I've already taught you in previous videos. You just start to tie it all in together. And I kind of messed up a little bit on the shooting. What I had done was I rushed 2 of my shots. That will happen, but you know, it is what it is. I shot 15 rounds. All 15 rounds are in the 5s and 10s. So either way, if it would have been a bad guy, they would have been having a bad day about now. So that's it. Just practice this drill, and like I said, it is a good way to practice when you're out on the range, when you're out shooting. You can get you some practice in, work on your muscle memory, and work on your drills without using a lot of ammo. But you can do it any way you want to. If you want to shoot a whole mag, then do a reload, whatever. It's up to you. Your ammo, your money. So until next time. Okay, so gonna be a short video. So I figured, hey, why not go ahead and put the hammer drills on there. The hammer drill is your second of your top 5 combat drills for your handgun or your carbine. With the hammer drills, what you're doing is 3-shot. You hammering 2 center mass, 1 to the head of the target, 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. It's very old school. The reason for the hammer drill is body armor. A lot of folks have body armor, including some of you bad guys. I remember police, and we used to pull body armor out of some of these gangsters' vehicles. But anyway, the 2 to the center mass area, what that's doing is it's rocking them, knocking them, interfering with their stability. Even if they have on body armor, it's knocking them off balance for the 3rd and final shot. So what you're wanting to do is, with the hammer drill, is when you come out, pick up that front sight, 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. 2, 1, 2, 1. A lot of you who have watched some of my videos have probably seen me doing 3-shot intervals like that. That is why. It is the hammer drill, and we're just gonna go through the hammer drill real quick. And again, I've got 5 magazines loaded, 3 rounds each. So after each engagement, I'm going to do a reload, and reholster, redraw, so on. But let's do it. Show you what it looks like. Shooter ready. Going hot. Live fire. Going hot. And you can just repeat that as many times as you want and put it all together. So, till next time, see ya. Alright, what's up everybody? We're going to talk real quick about the gun belt, battle belt, war belt, Batman belt, whatever you want to call it. Depends on what circles that you're in. Depends on what it's going to be called. In law enforcement, it's often referred to as the Batman belt because it has all of our crime fighting equipment on it. Extra mags, flashlights, radios, handcuffs, you name it, it's on there. I ain't ashamed to admit, when I was younger and first got into law enforcement as a rookie, I was one of those guys that thought I had to have every square inch of my Batman belt covered. I didn't want an empty spot on my belt. Normally I don't have four Glock mags on my belt normally, but as you just seen in this video, we were doing the up downs with the reload, so that's why I was running 4 Glock mags on this particular belt. But sometimes I'll run 2 AR mags, 2 Glock mags. That's my normal load on this belt. But you want to keep it as open and light and slim as possible for vehicle operations or anything that's going to involve you sitting down, getting in and out of vehicles. You do not want the pressure on your spine or your kidneys. But anyway, we're going I'll just go over real quick my setup. I'm running a standard 2-inch nylon duty belt with quick release buckles. It has the Velcro on the inside to help attach it to a inner belt. But running my belt right here, I've got my trauma kit or blowout kit. In here I'm just running a cat tourniquet, quick click combat gauze with a packet of blood stop. I have my blood type and my no known drug allergies tab on there, so that way if someone else rendering aid, they know that my blood type and that I have no known drug allergies. The holster that I run, I love this holster. This is the Safariland ALS, which it stands for Auto Locking System. It's got a bar on the inside that just comes down and locks my Glock into it. With my thumb, I can just hit a lever, which pivots the ALS system off of my chamber and allows me to draw my weapon. Here I just run my combat knife, which is unfortunately this knife is no longer produced, which is really sad. I love this knife. It's a great knife, designed by Bob Tazula. It's called the CQB1. Here, sometimes when I'm out here on the range or doing these videos, I'll throw this on my belt. It just holds my hearing protection, keeps it close to me, out of the way, that way it doesn't get damaged. But operational. I can just pop it off. My AR mags, I use Emerson Tactical Taco pouches in a flat dark earth, and run my flat dark earth mags. Most of the time I've got 2 AR mags and 2 Glock mags, but neither here or there. But you can configure it the way that you need to, depending on your particular operation and your needs. But that's basically it. That is the battle belt. A lot of people don't like the battle belts. They say it's too tactical. Myself personally, coming from law enforcement and having everything on a duty belt, I like it because, as you probably have learned watching my videos, I'm all about muscle memory and training. You train the way that you play. So when you got your belt set up the way that you want, the way that you like it, using the items that you like and want on your belt, you take this belt out to the range, whether it's indoor range, outdoor range, or just sitting in your living room or your basement doing dry practices. Your muscles learn where your extra mags are at. It learns where your combat knife's at. It learns where your holster's at. It learns where your medical pouch is. It learns muscle memory. That way you can reach everything. Just sit there. If you decide that you want you a battle belt or a gun belt, set your gun belt up the way that you want to. Just sit there and just touch everything that you got on your belt. Just sit there and say, okay, mags, reach back there, touch every one of your mags. Call off each mag. Switch hands, go from the other side. All right, medical, holster, knife, Glock mag, AR mag. Just program yourself, muscle memory, to know where everything's at on that belt. And like I said, train the way that you play, and learn your belt setup and how you got it set up and where everything's at in relation to your body and how to get to it. And that's pretty much it for the battle belt. Nothing fancy about it. No frills, nothing special. Just what you need, where you need it, if you need it. Till next time, stay safe, be aware of your surroundings, practice situational awareness, stay safe. See ya.